How's it going, guys? JP here, and welcome to day number 20 in my second annual 31 Days of Horror. The film that I'm going to be reviewing today is Return of the Living Dead Part 3 from the year 1993 with the tagline of She's to Die For. Return of the Living Dead Part 3 is a sequel to Return of the Living Dead Part 2. It doesn't really follow a direct storyline. We still have the trioxin barrels that contain the zombies and the gas that creates the zombies. But now we're kind of in more of the military area of this chemical. They're testing it. They're trying to use it as a weapon. They are trying to control the undead basically, and use it as a military weapon. We have the son of a military leader. I think his name is Kurt, and he is in love with this girl by the name of Julie, I believe, or Julia, something like that. And these two are basically just kind of, getting into a bit of trouble, just hanging out and, not really following the rules type of characters. Um, the son of the military guy ends up stealing the key card to the big military facility where he goes in and spies on what's going on. He sees his father testing this technology on, dead bodies, and it really kind of freaks him out a bit to see his father, like, doing that to human beings, even though they're kind of dead, but he brings them back to life. So that kind of shakes him up a bit. Meanwhile, his girlfriend is just like so into it. She thinks it's really cool. They get out of there. They're back at the house. The father comes home after a failed experiment where basically people have died, and he's being transferred to another area. So he tells his son, we have to move again. Through dialogue, we learned that they have been moving around a lot, 6 times or so. I forget what the exact number was. So the son gets pissed off. He disagrees with his decision. He says he's not going to. Him and his girlfriend take off. They're driving down the road. They end up crashing, and the girl dies. So the girl dies, and he decides that he, gets it in his head, much in a Pet Cemetery-esque type of way. He thinks that he can bring his girlfriend back by using the gas, much like in Pet Cemetery, how the whole burying them and they come back thing works. So I found that kind of interesting. It has that like dynamic, nowhere near as like well done. Um, but anyway, he brings he resurrects the girl basically, and now the girl is not a straight up zombie. She's kind of much like how Freddy did in part two, or part one and two, how he slowly turned more and more dead and more into a zombie. But so she isn't like attacking him or anything, but she's in kind of like pain, and she's numb, and she has this incredible hunger, which I thought was pretty funny. She kept bitching about how she was so hungry, and basically the father realizes his son made a mistake. They also let the virus, or the gas out, and infected other people in the town. So now it's a containment type issue for the father, and the father's trying to save his son. So that's basically the story. This one is, honestly, this is a love story with zombies. Um, and explaining this plot and explaining the love story angle kind of makes this movie sound crappy. Or at least if somebody threw this idea to me and said, I want to make this movie like this, and the love story, and this is going to happen, and then they're going to go here, and this is going to happen, I would probably think that this movie would sound pretty bad. But it's actually pretty entertaining. I enjoyed it quite a bit. There are some problems early on. It seems like some of the acting is a bit shoddy. Also, the sets are a bit bad. The whole military facility, like, just it looks like a set. It really does not look good at all. But it also doesn't bother me a whole lot either. Um, some of the bars on the steel doors are like flimsy and stuff. You know, bad sets all around. Um, and also, to me, it almost felt like the zombies, like instead of the classic Return of the Living Dead zombies, where um, these ones seemed a little bit more like monstrous or like mutated instead of just like, dead people coming back to life. And I wasn't sure how I felt about that one. That also, it almost felt like they failed to utilize the claustrophobic angle where they're in this military facility, because it looked like they could have used that a little bit more. Also, it didn't feel like this one was big enough. Like it did, I didn't. You didn't see a huge horde of zombies, and I really kind of wish we did, especially once they was out in the towns and stuff. There is some cool scenes in like the sewers and stuff. I like that setting. It worked really well. The girl actually kind of is trying to deal with her hunger and does this like self mutilation thing, which I thought was an interesting angle. Um, kind of an interesting, unique take on the zombie stories. All three Return of the Living Dead films kind of are. Um, this one though, it's for what it is. It's pretty entertaining. It's very entertaining actually for what it is. I was interested in the whole film. They're trying to turn these zombies into weapons, which is typical military uh, schemes and stuff that you see in a lot of zombie films. But they had this like idea to like use this like exoskeleton thing, and I thought that was kind of funny. Um, so yeah, that's basically about it. I would say, pretty cool. There's some decent, like the main chick on the cover there. She's really cool, and when she starts like doing the self mutilation thing and modifications, um, looks pretty cool. So yeah, love story with zombies, but kind of works. I'd give this film a 7 out of 10. Lower 7, but it's definitely, I enjoyed this one a lot. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and peace.